My name is Wendy Yeager-Hyman. I'm the Executive Director of the Woodhull Institute for Ethical Leadership. Woodhull is an organization that's dedicated to ensuring that all women can obtain the practical skills that they need to succeed regardless of the path that they choose in life. This 16-week program is made possible through the generous support of Dove's campaign for Real Beauty. Dove has made a sincere commitment to the total woman and her self-esteem. The Woodhull experience will allow you to begin to investigate your authentic voice. You will learn the skills that are necessary to go out and advocate for the things that are truly important to you. You'll learn how to speak in public, whether it's in a classroom or a boardroom. You will learn the strategies that you need to secure your financial future and the tactics to negotiate for what you truly deserve. Enjoy the journey. Dove and Woodhull would like to welcome you to this session on exploring your authentic voice, presented by psychologist and author of The Gaslight Effect, Dr. Robin Stern.
Welcome to Authentic Voice. Thanks so much for joining us today. What is your authentic voice? We all know it when we feel it. We've had the experience, all of us, of having those moments where there's an aha, light bulb goes off, or an uh-oh. So what is it? How do we define it? How do we describe it? What's your inner voice? Your authentic inner voice? Yes?
The one I usually ignore.
The one you usually ignore. Thank you. Someone else? Yeah?
When you feel you're being most true to yourself.
When you feel you're being most true to yourself. Thank you. So there's a voice of encouragement and then a competing voice that you often ignore. Thank you. Yes?
It's my truth.
It's your truth. We at Woodhull define authentic voice as when your experience meets your intelligence to form your truth. And why do we care about our truth? Why are we here talking about our authentic voice? As leaders in our own lives, the better we know our strengths and challenges, the more confidence we have. The more confidence we have, the greater our sense of self. As leaders in our own lives, it's important that we make best choices for ourselves. We need to know what our values are. We need to know what we really believe in. We need to know what our authentic voice resonates to, what's important to us. So how do we get it? How do we tap into it? How do we find our authentic voice?
You have to make a conscious choice to turn down the volume and to decide that you're going to listen to yourself.
Really important. Thank you. Accessing your authentic voice really requires that you take the time and have the discipline to engage in that practice, however you decide to do it.
I get in touch with my inner voice through meditation.
Right. So in meditation, you're taking quiet time to pay attention to yourself.
For me, journaling is really helpful. Sometimes ideas that I have come out of the pen almost unbeknownst to me, and then I'm able to have them out there and reflect on them.
Right. So just free writing, we recommend that at Woodhull. Yeah.
I find that talking with my friends, I tend to be more open, and a lot of issues come up.
And when you're talking to somebody who you trust and who you feel safe with, there's less likely going to be a censor. Anything else?
I think just basically taking time for yourself.
Not only do we need time, but we need the practice of self-reflection, of turning our attention to our feelings and to our intelligence and to the way we're putting our thoughts together, right? To notice those patterns, to notice what's coming from the past, what's coming from the present. All very important. When was a time recently that you remember tapping into your inner voice in a way that helped you to move forward?
I have a recent example of transitioning in the workforce. I provided advocacy for victims of domestic violence for a period of 5 years. And when I arrived at my 5-year anniversary, I had to really reach down and explore am I ready to continue this? Or do I want to use this experience and translate it into something different?
So there was a really important, concrete move you needed to make. How did you know that that was your inner voice?
Just sort of visualizing where do I want to be 5 years from now, and sort of making that assessment in where am I today and what do I want to be doing for myself and for my clients.
Thank you very much. Again, it was that combination of thinking and feeling, and asking yourself questions, and getting a response that felt just right. Thank you. Another example.
Gaining control over what you want to do as opposed to giving into pressures of simply peer pressure.
Thank you. Yes.
I almost have a physical reaction. So if I'm posed with a question, I quiet myself. And if I'm feeling happy, at peace, joyful, I know that that's the right direction. If I'm feeling anxiety, tense, then I know that that's not the decision to make.
Thank you. So in that moment, when we connect with our truth, we do have an ease of well-being.
You have to choose to listen to yourself.
Really important. Thank you. So accessing your inner voice, accessing your authentic voice, really requires that you take the time and have the discipline to engage in that practice, however you decide to do it. Why do we care about having an authentic voice? Why is it important for us to access our authentic voice, to tap into that inner truth? So we choose a path that is connected to our values, that we can feel a resonance with, that we can move forward and make good choices about. Being able to be in line with our integrity and make best choices, to have our values support us as leaders in our lives, depends on our authentic voice. Why is it so important for us to be connected to our inner voice? It's important for a number of reasons. In order to lead your own life of authenticity and not live someone else's agenda, you need to connect to your inner voice. You need your values to guide you in order to be a leader in your own life and to rely on your values. You need to rely on your authentic voice to tell you what those values are. There's another reason, and that reason is alignment. In order to align your values with your actions, you need to know what's on the inside. And when you act in alignment, your values match your actions. You make the best choices for yourself, the choices that feel right to you, the choices that move you forward, the choices that build your self-esteem. So for those three reasons, to be able to align your values to your actions, to be able to lead your life in a values-driven way, and to be able to lead your life, your own authentic life, and not someone else's agenda, we need our authentic voice.